And there we go. I think we're live now, Lee.
I think we are. Awesome, Roger. So I'll just introduce you. Lee Cole here. Got my buddy Roger Rowe on here. And Roger, you are an automation traffic madman, basically. I mean, for folks that know me who are looking at this, Roger is just, you know, he's not one of those marketing gurus and all that stuff. He's just a guy who totally kills it online and knows a massive amount of traffic and makes a massive amount of money. And I mean, just really someone who knows amazing amount of cool stuff. And Roger, you're going to talk to us today about what you're doing with Clickbank. And I think our little title for this conversation is 2,000 Clickbank hops per day. And for those of you who are looking at this who aren't that familiar with affiliate marketing, a hop is this. So if you go to a website, go to, you know, get an email, you click on a link, you go to a sales page for a Clickbank product, that thing was a hop. And Roger's getting 2,000 of these a day. So tell us about that.
Yeah, and I have one website that's getting 2,000 a day. So, that's a best case scenario. It's the best one that I've got. It's the best one that's ever done. Mm-hmm. But it's possible to get 2,000 a day, and with an average of somewhere around 1% conversion rate, you can really make good money like that. But I think what you were wanting to talk about basically is the overview.
Yes.
Of what we're doing. And what that is we build a giant site. Some of them are giant, some of them not so giant. But big niches like weight loss, we can build a giant 1 million page site, and we publish all those at one time. And we structure our content in a way that allows it to stick in the search engine results. And we usually have somewhere around 1,000 words per WordPress post. And we're using keywords to build those WordPress posts that we get from Google Suggest. And for anybody that doesn't know, Google Suggest is a list of keywords that people are typing into the search box in Google. So once we do that, we build that site, we get all the pages indexed in the Google index, we start to get traffic, and we track that traffic. We take a look at the keywords that we're getting rankings for, and we've got a plugin that does that for us, and it sends us an email every time somebody clicks on one of our pages. We find out what page they clicked on, what keyword that they typed into Google to find that page, and that gives us an idea on exactly what they're looking for, what the demographic of that person is, and a few other pieces of key information. And we use that information to direct that traffic to a relevant offer to what that person's looking for. And now we're just discussing Clickbank right now in this Hangout and the two subsequent Hangouts that we have planned to do. But this also works for AdSense, it works for domain parking AdSense, it works for physical products. It'll really work for anything. As long as you know what you're ranking for and you have a way to redirect that traffic, then you can make tons of money, because even Google says the best way to do things on the internet is to give the user exactly what they're looking for.
Right.
They're not looking to come to an ugly website with a banner on it that's going to tell them about something or whatever. They want to go see some information, you know, and they might be looking to buy some information. Most of the time, people are willing to buy information if they think it's going to be good information. So we simply redirect that traffic straight to a sales page for a product where they can buy it that's relevant to what they're looking for. And it's really that simple. We get traffic, we find out what they're looking for, and we redirect them to a relevant offer. It just can't be any more simple than that.
Yeah, you know, Roger, I mean, at first blush, this sounds like your standard affiliate marketing website thingy. okay, where, so like Clickbank Affiliate Marketing 101. You go to Clickbank, you find a big niche, you find an offer, you find a sales page, you get on Google, like, nowadays Google suggests, you get 20, 30 keywords, you hire somebody to write a little content for you, or you go, if you're a little slicker, you go to some article sites, and not steal, but basically, give somebody some content they could rewrite because it'll be a little cheaper, and then you put it up on the website and you start backlinking this stuff, and you get a trickle of traffic, and then hopefully you'll make a sale every once in a blue moon. I mean, at first blush, this sounds like that affiliate marketing 101 thing, but you said 3 things that make what you're talking about an entirely different animal. Number 1, you said 1 million pages.
Right.
So this isn't like, my example was 20 or 30 pages. I mean, manually, I think the biggest site I ever built back in, when I was doing a lot of affiliate marketing might have had 200 or 300 pages. But you said 1 million. So, I mean, that manually is not humanly possible. So number 1, we got 1 million.
Right.
Number 2, in affiliate marketing 101, you choose the keywords, you backlink them, you see how they're doing, what page they're on. They're on page 17, more backlinking. Oh, great, I've got them up to page 12. Who cares? Nobody's going to see it anyway, right?
Right.
But what you're doing is, and I know you've called it this before, it's reverse SEO.
Exactly.
Basically, again, through automation, you're looking at, of these 1 million pages, which of these keywords is stuff starting to rank for? In other words, you reverse that process. Instead of taking the keywords and trying to force the ranking, you're just, over the broad spectrum of 1 million pages, you're just looking, hey, well, what does Google like?
Exactly.
Just like, I mean, there's some stuff in here that Google's saying, yeah, baby, I like that. I'm gonna start moving that one up. And then you just enhance that process. So this is kind of like organic reverse SEO. So that was number 2 that makes this thing a completely different animal. And number 3 was this redirect issue. That was pretty slick too. So in other words, so for anybody listening to this, if you thought Roger was just telling you about affiliate marketing 101, you have mistaken a house cat for a mountain lion.
Right.
I mean, you've mistaken a bottle rocket for the space shuttle.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just totally and absolutely mind-blowingly exciting. And I know we're going to get into a lot of details in the next 2 hangouts, but man, 1 million pages. How's that even possible? I mean, I can't even comprehend that.
Well, we use a lot of automation to, number 1, get the keywords, and number 2, to get the content, which we do all legally and according to the TOS, the terms of service of our content providers. We follow their rules because we don't want to make them mad so that we can't use them anymore.
Right. So this is all totally kosher.
Yeah, this is all 100% above board, basic internet protocol techniques. Even the redirection is, a 301 and 302 redirection is something that anybody that's been in affiliate marketing for 6 months has heard about.
Sure.
It's a basic internet protocol, and it's used just on any site of any significance at all.
Sure.
Redirection's used a lot. So Google uses it really a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we just kind of follow their lead. I've studied Google intensely for about 5 years now, and we just kind of follow their lead. And we kind of copy and do what they do, and we found success with it. And we find something new, every few months that we can use in our own business, and just kind of copy them and do what they do. And they're a very successful business. And nothing wrong with following the leader.
So instead of like doing some sort of black hat ninja sneaky thing that Google's going to eventually figure out that some people are doing that, and then they'll tighten up or tweak the algorithm so that that no longer works. You're basically just doing exactly what Google thinks benefits Google, frankly.
Exactly, and we monitor. We monitor all of our sites with another automated plugin. This plugin does all of that for us automatically.
Right.
We monitor our websites for what we think Google likes, because when it ranks something, it likes it, right?
Right.
That's just common sense. That's
Yeah.
what it likes. So
Right.
you're actually reading the mind of the algorithm when you get a ranking, and what position in the search engine results you're ranking for, what keyword triggered the ranking, and the keyword that, well, if you know the position, the keyword, and the post title of that ranking, which this plugin sends us all that information, then you're reading the mind of the Google algorithm. It's telling you exactly what it likes, exactly what it needs, and then we'll just go back and give it more of that's tightly relevant to what it's already showed us that it likes, and then we just redirect that traffic. And it just sends us more and more. It causes the algorithm to send us more and more traffic, and then we would just redirect all that traffic straight to a sales page with our affiliate link.
Right. So if you get, let's say you got a content on a page and a title, and it's naturally ranking well, that means that's a good fit to Google's algorithm.
Absolutely.
And if you create content that's semantically extremely close to that, then Google's going to reward you for that by ranking more of that content, and also by ranking that initial page more.
Exactly. The original page will get more traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you add those extra pages that are tightly relevant, you'll get even more traffic there, and the process just kind of snowballs.
And the fact that you've got 1 million pages or 100,000 pages or 500,000 pages, that actually makes, again, you track this through automation, okay? But what you're seeing in terms of what's ranking and what's not ranking, what Google likes, what Google doesn't like, with 500,000 to 1 million pages, that is a statistically significant piece of information.
Yes.
If you got a site that's got 100, 200 pages on it, that's not statistically significant. You can't really draw any statistically valid conclusions from that.
That's correct.
But if you got 500,000 pages out there, I mean, that is statistically significant. You can look at patterns, and that can be a real pattern. It's not just a guesstimate.
Right. When you get into the 100,000 range, and even 50,000, some niches there are some niches that are very profitable that only really have 50,000 keywords that people are typing in to Google.
Sure. Sure.
And even those are statistically relevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
At 50,000, so you can really learn something when you're watching that much data come in.
Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. So these 1 million pages are created automatically, and you've got the whole. I've known you for 3 years, and I know you've been working on this for 5 years, but you basically got the whole thing totally figured out and tweaked.
Yeah, it's totally the process works. I've gone through a lot of scientific testing.
Yeah.
Just test one thing against another, and I've been doing it for years. And we've got a step by step. Here's what you do week 1. Here's what you do week 2. Here's what you do week 3. And by week 6, you've already found a product that's making you money, and then we just get smarter than we were and insert an opt-in page in between the search engine results and where we're sending the traffic to. So we get that email opt-in, and then we redirect them on to the sales page.
Mm-hmm.
But after that point, we can continue to send people offers, and that's how we get up to that average of 1% conversion rate.
That is excellent because a lot of these niches, people buy multiple products. Weight loss, for instance, is a multiple product niche. It's not like you don't buy the book or the ebook, the video course, the whatever, and do that. You generally people buy a bunch of stuff over and over again. They're looking for more information. The first one wasn't quite fit. They're not really ready to do this anyway. Whatever the issue is, they're constantly spending money. So if you've got them on a list, you're constantly sending them more and more offers. So basically, you're just dramatically increasing the amount of money that you make essentially per visitor to your site.
Exactly. It's very difficult to, well, it's actually impossible to determine if a customer is going to buy this product or that product. And usually, just like you said, it's not this one or that one. It's this one and that one.
Yes.
And you only get one contact with that visitor, presumably. And so if you don't get that email, you're only going to be able to get them to one offer. So you only have one shot at it. But getting that email gives you 10 shots at it. And some people will only buy one. Some people will buy 10.
Right.
When I buy something and I want to learn about it, I'll buy everything I can get on it, and I'll spend a month or 2 months reading about it.
Yeah,
so I can learn it from backwards to forwards. Not everybody's like that, but more people are more like that than not like that.
Yeah, I agree with that entirely. Absolutely. Cool. So, folks, if that didn't excite you, you need to call 911, get an ambulance, go to the hospital, and get the defibrillator out. Because, I mean, 1 million pages, thousands of Clickbank hops per day, building lists of people who buy multiple products. This is just beyond cool. So that's the overview, folks. We're going to, tomorrow and the next day, you're going to receive another couple more recorded hangouts, and we're going to dive into the depths of this some, right, Roger?
Absolutely. We're going to get into some detail on how we actually put the content together, how we do the backlinking for 1 million pages, and all that good stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to the next hangout.
Okay. Thanks, Lee. I appreciate it.
See ya.
See ya.